Hello everyone, I'm just in for a laid back, relaxed Sunday afternoon session here. So just bear that in mind. Got a couple of things I want to do. One is I want to transfer some of the games that I've got sitting on this zip drive here onto the hard drive, because this install is fairly clean. It's a very clean 3.1 install. So that's the plan. So by rights, because I've got the zip disk installed here, it should boot off that, even though I've got the hard drive set up. And at some stage, I'll be looking to remove the motherboard to install a real-time clock battery, which will be handy. Okay, for some reason it's booting off the hard drive. Why is that? Oh, is this not the bootable? That might not be the bootable zip, that's probably why. I've got a OS 3.5 here. Now I have to figure out which one I've got the games on. Might even be the Supra, not 100% sure. Let's just go through them. I need to label these zip disks properly. That one, let me just, so I've got a Workbench 2.05. This is partly why I wanted to have this set up here, so that if I wanted to, I can just swap out, you know, the removable drives easily and just boot whatever operating system I feel like booting. Pretty handy. So I've got OS 3.5. Let's have a look, see if we've got any WHD load set up on this one. Let's do a reboot there. Sporting the appropriate hoodie here today. It's a very good day to be inside messing around with old computers. It is pretty rainy and horrible outside, cold. Perfect weather. Perfect weather. Okay, so do we have any games on here? I don't think we do. We've got the Hippo player, that's for playing music. We've got a, oh we do, maybe we do have games on that hard drive. This is the play folder. I'll switch views here for you. This play, it's not a folder, it's a partition. That has, that's actually on the hard drive, so maybe I have transferred a lot of this across. Storage has just got general installation things, bits and pieces. Okay, what I wanted to do then, and this is another reason I wanted this removable drive set up, is if I start up old Stormy down on the floor here, which you can't see, it's a Windows 8 computer I use for transferring bits and pieces to and from, so I can pull the zip disk from here, and we'll just reboot this. It'll boot off the hard drive here, and I can go ahead and use the likes of the zip disk here to transfer the files that I need onto here. Now, let's just make sure that it is actually working. Looks like it. That's WHD load working there. That's good.
Into the wonderful. Into the wonderful. Into the wonderful.
Oh, I must have disconnected the power to that, did I? Let's have a look. Yes, I did. To the USB drive I was talking about just then on my PC.
The wonderful. Into the wonderful.
So the game I want to transfer across is this one here, F-19 Stealth Fighter. I have this, and if you on floppy, it's the boxed version, and if you've seen the last two streams, or at least the last one, you would have seen the issue that I was having with this. Basically, the problem I was having with it, with the F-19, was key bounce. So I first noticed it when I was entering my name as a pilot. I would get double up of the letters, and in a nutshell, it affects gameplay, because when you go to target something, you know, you had a key on the keyboard, and instead of targeting the next target, it targets two targets ahead or something. You know, it's difficult to get your targeting right when it's playing up like that. So what I wanted to do is find a WHD load version of F-19 Stealth Fighter. Let's try Googling. WH download might have it, eh? So what I can do here is I can just grab the files that I want. So let's try F here. F-19 Stealth Fighter. There it is right there. If I just grab this whole kit and caboodle, that should just run on WHD load, right? And so I can just literally grab that from the downloads. I have to put it in a location here that's I've got set aside for transferring through WinUAE. So if I go open file location, and I go back here. I've got a folder called PC_share there, which I can just dump anything I want to transfer across. And so if I just make a, let's put it in favorite games. And the ones that work directly, I think it is one of those, but I'm not 100% sure. In other words, I'm not sure it needs installing or whether I just need to dump, extract this LHA into a folder and just run the game. And the reason I want to try this is because I'm not sure if it's the floppy disk version that's causing the issue. So that's the plan. And let's just rename that. I'm just going to call it F-19. And then if we crank up WinUAE, and load a config here. And the zip drive is going to load, the PC share is going to load, and the Workbench 3.1, that should work just fine. And if I open games, that's the zip disk. And I'll just chuck it straight in there. F-19. And so you can see that this is pretty handy for, transferring games back and forward, to and from. Not quite as convenient as a network card, is it? But did it actually? Oh yeah, there it is there. It's just hidden. That's fine. Okay. And then I can just quit this. Quit. I don't have to turn the computer off, but I might a little bit later on just to save a bit of power. Let's see. Okay, so that's the game on the drive, on the zip disk, and if I shove that back in there, if we quit gods there, and I think I have to reboot the Amiga. So the games is the zip disk, and then we've got the play folder is the hard drive games folder, if you know what I mean. I just chose a different name so that I can differentiate the two. In fact, what I want to do is I want to extract the file, maybe just to the RAM disk, and then copy the extracted files from the RAM disk to the appropriate location. It's probably a step I don't really have to, it seems like doubling up on the process, but at least I can see what it's going to extract here. This will be pretty easy to test because all I have to do is go into the game and you know, add a profile, basically a pilot, and type my name. I'll know as soon as I type the first letter whether it's working properly or not. Okay, so that is in here. What did it extract? Just that T folder, was it? Uninstall folder. This is, make this the source, and then we go to play. This is directory opus, very handy. Let's go to F here, create a folder, drawer, I should say. Call it F-19. Make that the destination, and then copy these. Okay. Right, let's see if that'll work. Dell to quit. No intro sound. Do we get it yet? Maybe a little bit later. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, Major Tim, escape to arrays, and then choose a pilot for the next mission. How do I choose a pilot? I thought I could create a new one. Oh, enter your name. Yep. Problem solved. So this version, the WHD load version, is working. I'm not getting any key bounce. So I can probably, in that case, fly a mission. But yeah, well, I guess we can do that. I'm not familiar with the game, so I'm learning it. So you just have to bear that in mind. I have my keyboard overlay here. Pretty handy. So this side we've got, let's just switch it over there. This side we've got Amiga 500/2000 keyboard overlay. Flip it over and you get the Amiga 1000. Pretty cool. I should play it on the Amiga 1000. That's what I should do. Anyway, I have to reboot because I don't have the appropriate joystick plugged in. Got my CD32 controller, which is better for sort of platforming games, things like that. So we'll put that aside. And the good thing about the WHD load version of that F-19 is that it's cracked. I don't have to look up the manual for the plane identification. Right, joystick. One there. See if I can actually manage to complete a mission with this thing. I failed miserably the first time, and I think that keyboard key bounce was screwing things over for me. Didn't help. So I'll run through the tutorial best I can. Okay. Apparently, in the training missions, you get unlimited ammo, but that's not what I... Did I get unlimited ammo? It might have been unlimited fuel that I needed. Select a name to erase. Escape. Major Tim. You're being replaced, buddy. The cock. H. Second Lieutenant, the Huck. Choose a pilot, okie dokie. Accept the current mission. Your first mission is always this training mission. Use the controller to highlight accept mission, then press the selector. Accept assignment. Green opponents, no crashes. Strike training conventional war. Accept. Okay. The tutorial training mission uses the following selections. Libya region. Yep, okay. Intelligence briefing shows a map. Oh, the briefing map shows a general topography of the area. Takeoff T there from the aircraft carrier. Attack that target P, secondary target S, and land. Okay. Mission targets. If you look at mission targets, we have primary objectives is to destroy the SAM radar at Tripoli. Let me just make sure that is as focused as it can be. It's pretty good there. Secondary mission, enemy Vosper class missile boats now at sea have attacked friendly ships. Quick counterattack is desired. Destroy these boats before they do more damage. And then what else does it suggest? Flight plan. Take off from the aircraft carrier. Your onboard INS system has been preset to the takeoff, primary and secondary targets, landing positions. You may adjust waypoints after boarding the plane. You are scheduled to land at Sigonella. Fuel estimate, £8,000. A full state of war exists. Any and all targets within enemy territory may be attacked. After achieving your objectives, you may attack any target of military value. Targets that most help the war effort are enemy combat forces, including aircraft and missile sites. Okay. Now, arming, you'll use the default armament, so highlight and select the arming complete. This is where I think, I think there was a problem. So if I exit the briefing room, and then select the F-19. So arming, it's given me a harpoon. Oh, that's what I'll need to take out the ship, is it? Is that like a, well, we've got Sidewinders, AMRAAMs, Maverick. That's a torpedo, is it? I'm not really up with my military hardware, but I think that might be a torpedo. Maverick, I think, is air to surface. AMRAAM and Sidewinder are air to air. Fuel estimate £8,000. Fuel loaded £10,000. I think I ran out of fuel last time because I was flying around in circles trying to select a target that I couldn't properly select because of keyboard key bounce. Not caused by the keyboard, as I said, you know, it was obviously something to do with the game. Okay. begin mission. Righto. Take off. Okay, so let me just refresh here. So we've got a pause key, which I'll need to use quite a bit. Pause. Alt P. Alt P. Resupply. We don't have to worry too much about that. Says I get an infinite supply of fuel and ammunition. I don't recall getting an infinite supply of fuel last time. Oh, each time you tap the resupply key, your fuel tank is filled to maximum and your ammo is increased to the maximum possible level. Okay. Oh, I've got a resupply button. Oh, yes. Alt R. I didn't see that. I didn't read that instruction properly last time. Use a light touch, chasing the gauges, The controls, the HUD. Upper half of your screen represents transparent HUD, through which you can see the world beyond, The HUD has 3 option modes. Nav for navigation, ear to ear, so we're in nav mode. You can see, it's a bit hard to see on the screen there. Can I get a better contrast out of that? Yeah, you can actually see it better there, can't you? That's better. Just the angle of this camera is not quite as good as it could be. There we go. That's about the best I can do as far as blooming capture at the moment. So that down the bottom of the transparent display there, that you've got nav, and then ear to ear for aerial combat and ear to ground for ground attacks. Tap the HUD mode key to toggle through these 3 settings. And the HUD modes is F2. Ear to ear, ear to ground, nav. Okay. Tap select ordnances to toggle through your weapons. So at the moment we've got the Maverick selected with the gun, and ordnances is the spacebar. Harpoon, 3 AMRAAMs, 4 Sidewinders, 2 Mavericks. Okay. Cockpit, lower half of your screen. We suggest you toggle through the various CRT displays to get familiar with them. It's showing its age, isn't it? CRTs in your stealth fighter. The left side CRT has 2 different map displays. Tap the CRT maps to toggle between them. CRT maps is F3, so that's tactical, and that's your map. Okay. The right side CRT either shows a camera view or a data screen, as you prefer. The data displays include data key, data on target you're tracking, ordnance key. So I've got a data key, here we go, it's data. F5 is ordnance, system damage, select waypoint key list. Select waypoint. There. List of all current INS waypoints, including the one you are currently being steered towards. Change waypoint key. Change waypoint key is F8. Change waypoint. Select waypoint. Change. How do I toggle through that? Select waypoint. Reset waypoint. Mission key. Camera head. Okay, so we've got different camera. I'll get into some more of that later on. Just having a wee play with the waypoint. I'm not quite sure exactly how to change that. Okay, so we start by takeoff. Tap the CRT maps. Yep, we're on maps. Next tap the select waypoint key to display the INS waypoints on the right. Look up on the HUD and note on the heading indicator the location of the INS direction indicator. Oh yeah, that little red down pointing triangle at the top on the compass there. You must fly in this direction to reach your first waypoint. Check your ordnance. Extend the flaps by toggling the flaps key, which is 9. Flaps are on. Check the catapult system. When launching from an aircraft carrier, as you are now, the brakes must be set. This represents attaching the aircraft to the deck's steam catapult. If the HUD does not show brake in the lower right corner, tap the brake key to set the brakes and engage the catapult. Start the engine. Turn on the engines by tapping the max power key. Max power, shift plus. Max power. Activate the catapult. When the throttle indicator shows maximum power, tap the brake key. This releases the brake and catapult hurtling off. Accelerate past stall speed. As you zoom down the deck, watch the speed scale, left side of the HUD, very carefully. A coloured bar on that scale will gradually drop down. This is the stall speed indicator. When the stall speed bar drops below the centre tick on the scale, your plane is past stall speed. You are travelling fast enough to get into the air. Climb once you're more than 10 knots faster than the stall speed. Okay, so let's just go for it. Brake. We're off. Okay, and we're going to follow the waypoint. Oh, gear. Gear. Oops. And flaps. Hopefully I didn't damage the gear, eh? It's supposed to be travelling at a certain height, I think. I'll just get on course here. Okay. Alt P. Pause. Okay. Retract the landing gear, retract the flaps. Level flight. Once airborne, your first step is to achieve level flight. Push the control stick forward or back, blah, blah, blah. Make fine adjustments. Don't confuse the nose indicator, flying on course, doing that. Autopilot. If you're hopelessly confused about which direction to fly and how to do it, just tap the autopilot key. It will take over. If you're below 500 feet, the autopilot will climb to that altitude. Touching the stick automatically turns the autopilot off. Enjoying the flight. Once on course, enjoy yourself by trying out all the nifty viewpoints available. You can return to the cockpit at any time. Just tap the cockpit button. which is F1. You can see out the front, rear sides of the cockpit canopy using the view ahead, view rear, view left and right keys. View ahead, side view, chase plane slot view. You can also step outside your aircraft and watch it using the chase plane slot view or side view. I'm not sure where these view ahead, view rear and view left. Oh yes, view ahead is shift question mark, so let's unpause. Shift question mark, view ahead. View rear is shift that one, that's the rear view. Ahead, rear, altitude's going down, I better bring it up. Not that I can crash, right? And left view, right view is shift that one, that's less than, and M is, shift M is the right view. Shift left, that less than is the left view. Is that right? Oh, sorry, the other way around. Shift less than, right cam, shift M, cam left. And then cockpit F1. Okay. And we're on course. And we can do shift F1 for slot view, shift F2 for chase plane, and shift F3 for side view. Tactical, there's a TACTI view, inverse TACTI and missile views are used in combat situation. Passing the first waypoint. When you reach the first waypoint, you'll see a message in your HUD. Your INS system immediately switches to the next waypoint, which is your primary target. If it isn't, because you've accidentally changed the waypoint, just tap the reset waypoint. Shift F8 is a reset waypoint. Extra fuel, you'll notice that one of your 4 items in your weapons bay is an extra fuel tank. This is because the mission for the CV America to Tripoli and then to Sigonella in Sicily is a very long trip. To see your fuel status, tap the select waypoint key. Select waypoint. Yep, okay, I've got that there already. The bar gauge across the bottom shows you the fuel on hand. The dark area at the right end of the bar is fuel consumed already. The 4 bands in the middle represent the amount of fuel needed to reach each of the 4 waypoints. Okay. Fuel calculation is based on your current altitude and speed. The final band to the left represents the amount of spare reserve fuel available. Your jet engines cannot draw fuel directly from the extra tank. They can only draw fuel from the regular main tanks. Therefore, to use the extra fuel, you must pump it from the extra tank into the main tank. To accomplish this task, first tap on the select ordnance key until the extra fuel is the current weapon. You can tell this by the text in the lower left corner of the HUD. You can also change the right side CRT to display the weapons and highlight the current one by tapping on the ordnance key. Now that fuel is selected, tap the fire ordnance key to fire the fuel from the spare into the main tank. if you tap the select waypoint once more, you'll see fuel status has changed. Accelerate time, we can accelerate time. Attacking the target. Once you are well past the first waypoint, which I'm approaching, just do a little course correction here. Waypoint reached. Okay, here's my next waypoint to... Right. Switch your left side cockpit CRT to the gridded tactical map. CRT keys. CRT maps key, F3. Your target is a radar station, so look for a radar symbol on this map. Acquiring the target. Switch your HUD to air to ground mode. Tap the HUD modes key until it comes up. Air to ground. HUD modes is F2. Air to ground. And then tap cam ahead key. Cam ahead is that one there. So looks like we're targeting a missile boat there. Let's come around though. Okay. If your target doesn't appear in the right side CRT, tap the select target until it does. Okay, select target. This is where I had trouble. This is where I had trouble in the first instance. Is because I think I was getting keyboard bounce, which I mentioned before. That really screwed things up. Select target. If you cycle through every target, you're either and it still doesn't see the primary target, you're either too far away to see it, or you're somehow flying in the wrong direction. Tap the select ordnance until we get the Maverick. So I want to toggle. So I want to select target. Select target is B. Yes, now I remember. B. Airbase. I must be, yeah, too far from it. Better drop my altitude as well. I've got the Maverick selected already. Select your weapon, wait for range, altitude and missile. You'll notice that a box appears in the HUD. This is the target box. The target seen on the Zoom TV CRT is in the middle of this box. When you get within range, launch range, for a missile, this box changes to an oval shape. The oval shape means your missile can hit if you attack at maximum speed. If you wait longer, eventually the oval changes colour. This means the missile can hit regardless of your speed. Of course, if you fire the missile at an inappropriate target, it might hit but not cause damage. There's my target there. Okay, primary target. Let me just read that quickly again. when you get within launch range for a missile, this box changes to an oval shape. Right. Primary target, 31 kilometers. Is that what they call an oval shape? Has that actually changed? The oval shape means your missile can hit it if you attack at max speed. Maybe I should try firing one now, and see whether... Is that... Oh, yeah, look, it's turned red. Do I fire? That's the gun. Wait, hang on. How do I... Oh, select target, view angle. I can launch ordnance somehow. Is that what it's called? How do I fire? Fire cannon. Fire cannon is the backspace joystick mouse button. Fire ordnance, enter key. Okay. Nope. It's not firing. Bay closed. Bay closed. The bay's closed. How do I open the bay? Bay doors, 8. I'm going to overshoot this, aren't I? 8. Bay doors. There we go. Bay doors, bay closed. Okay, I'm going to have to come around. Bay doors is 8. There we go. Oh, there's bay flashing on the right hand side. Must just be opening. Or am I going too fast? Let's come around. Here's the target. Square. Bay is flashing still. There we go. That won't hit though, right? Because it's not in range. It will now though, won't it? There's my 2 Mavericks gone. Now if I go back to CRT maps and we choose select waypoint, the next waypoint is a secondary target. That one there, is it? Jeez, everything happens so quickly. Secondary target, you can now fly to the secondary target attack as well using the same procedure, or if you wish you can call it quits immediately, head for home. Okay. We've got fuel. I need to change my target. I need to change my ordnance to that torpedo. Is that the target? No, it's not. It's probably just an oil tanker or something, eh? Sidewinder, Maverick, Harpoon. Here we go. Harpoon. CRT maps. And then hard modes. Geez, I can hardly see. Oh, it's possible that's my target there. Select target. How do I do that again? Select target B. But I can't see any target yet. There he is there. Why can't I select that target? Designate new target. N. So the right hand data, CRT maps, that's that one. HUD modes, air to ground, cockpit. Wonder if I should be decreasing power. Let's bring the throttle down a bit. Oh, shoot. Throttle's down too far, is it? Yep, stalling. Okay. Let's bring it around. Now the target, select target B, isn't it? See, it doesn't give me, hang on, there's something I'm missing here. Switch your HUD to air to ground, which it is. Tap the cam ahead, cam ahead. It's the question mark. Cam ahead, there we go. Missile boat. Missile boat. Here he is. Harpoon fired. Might have fired it too soon, did I? Let's close the bay doors and we will head home. There's the moon up there. Okay, select waypoint. Change. Maps. What direction am I traveling? Okay, so 0 is going to be due north, right? Let's increase that thrust there. I'm sure if I wasn't in training mode, I'd be dead. 45 degrees. I'd like to change the waypoint. Change waypoint. How do I toggle through the waypoints? Select waypoint. Because I think it's still, is it still on the on that ship as the waypoint? That'll be my question. Oh yeah, ETA 20 minutes 50. Is that right? Oh no, it says 1 minute. Oh, that's the time, I see. Airbase at how far? We're at max speed. Geez, how do we land this thing? That's the next question. Okay, the next waypoint. Oh, that's way behind us. So yeah, I'm just not too sure how to toggle through this waypoint. Change waypoint F8. We are heading in the right direction to the landing spot, but I would like to have that waypoint selected. Tap the reset waypoint key. Reset waypoint. Ah, Shift F8. Reset waypoint. And then select waypoint key. Select waypoint F7. Waypoint still behind me. Change waypoint. Change waypoint. To reset the waypoint, the reset waypoint ensures that the default waypoints are now loaded. Now examine the list of waypoints on the right side. There are 4 waypoints listed. At the bottom, fourth point. If the bottom fourth point is not highlighted, tap next point key until it is highlighted. So Shift F8, reset waypoint. Select waypoint F7 and next point. The next point key, tap the next point key until the bottom one's highlighted. Next point. I'm wondering if that's change waypoint key, which is F8, but it doesn't seem to change. This next point key, this switches the INS and waypoint system to that point. The last point on the default list is always the return base. Flying home. Next point. We don't have a next point on the that I can see on the overlay. Oh, there's my airport, right? Is it? Change point. Doesn't seem to. Next point. Designate new target. No. Have I overshot? I'm going to run out of fuel, aren't I? Airbase Briga. Oh, jeepers. So yeah, something's not right. I need to figure out why it's not incrementing the waypoints. Manual says next point. There is no next point button that I can see. There is change waypoint, select waypoint, change. Airbase at, oh no, that's, that red dot, is that me, that red dot on the map? Oh geez. See, this is the thing. Maybe I have to have a look on YouTube and see if there's a tutorial about this game, because is the white dot me? There's the airfield I think I need to be at there. That's my airfield, I'm fairly sure, but I'm just not 100%. It says 0 minutes on the last waypoint there. So yes, that will be my airfield, I'm sure. Okay, so now landing. Flying home. Landing. About 50k from Sigonella, start lining up your approach for landing. First achieve level flight at 500 feet to 1,000 feet altitude. Next turn on ILS by tapping the ILS key. ILS key is ILS. F9. ILS. Okay. A horizontal and vertical bar appear on your HUD. The ILS symbols represent your position in relation to the glide slope. The glide slope is an invisible beam that angles out and up from the runway. Follow it to the airbase. Line up your approach. Reduce speed. Now cut your throttle back to about 50%. Extend the flaps, lower the gear. Intercept the glide slope. As you get near the airfield, the horizontal ILS bar begins to move downward. When the bar approaches the HUD nose indicator, center in the middle of the HUD, pitch your nose down a little. Your objective is to go into a gradual descent that keeps the bar centered in the middle of your HUD. So if your airspeed, touchdown, if your airspeed is correct, 150 to 200 knots, start watching the altimeter. It should be at 300 feet to 100 and decreasing. Make small adjustments. When you hear the squeal of your wheels on the pavement, tap the brake key instantly, then shut off the engines by tapping the no power key. You've just made a safe landing. Wish me luck. Yep. So the white flashing dot is me. The white line is the path back to the selected waypoint, which is way back at that ship. So I need to figure out how to change that. But apart from that, the red dot is, or the white dot at the end of the orange line to the north there is the fourth or the last waypoint. So let's bring this beast around. What's going on? Just keep coming around, I guess. Let's head south of that airport again, I guess, and have another go. Heading nearly south again. Sorry to the people that know how to play this game. Probably screaming at screen. I had a quick look on YouTube actually. I didn't find many good sort of in-depth tutorials like from the start. The gameplay I saw sort of assumed you knew how to play the game. So I will be posting this stream on YouTube on my channel, which I normally do anyway. But it'll be a good reference for, you know, when I decide to come back to this game and relearn it. I can always just go back and watch my video, I guess. Quite good to have there as reference, I guess, for people. Righto, let's come around to about 90 degrees. And we'll fly across. And I get pretty close to south of the airport there. I'll head north. Around about there somewhere. Hopefully that ILS should be kicking in soon. There it goes. Starting to guide me on course there. And I want to bring the throttle back, don't I, to about 50%. Or maybe not. Shoot. Oh, what? Oh, what? I thought the tutorials, you couldn't crash. Oh, man. Oh. So I decreased the throttle too much and stalled and crashed. Handy. Oh well. I will have another go at that, but I won't do it on stream here. I might come back to stream this game when I'm a little bit more proficient with it, but you know, that's part of learning a game, I guess. But it's good that it's working. I think this game got pretty good reviews, so I will persevere. Yeah. Primary target was successfully destroyed. If this had been an actual combat mission, Second Lieutenant the Huck would now be dead, but the primary target was successfully destroyed. The performance rating for this mission was 78, but will not be recorded. One enemy ground installation was destroyed. Oh well. Not sure what review review mission, what's that? Oh yeah, it gives you your flight path. Maverick released, another Maverick released, primary target. Released a harpoon, flew around in circles, went back, flew around in circles and crashed. Second lieutenant awarded the combat readiness ribbon. Really? For successfully completing this? Really? No way. Oh, KIA. Can I select? Regulation prohibit deceased. What was that? Prohibit deceased officers from flying multi-million-dollar aircraft. Please choose again or erase entry. So, flying while you're dead is prohibited. Sorry to say. Classic. I like that they've got a bit of a sense of humour, you know. Okay. Oh well. That's pretty much all I really wanted to go through today. I've successfully transferred this cracked in quotes WHD load F-19 to the hard drive. Pretty handy. And yeah, I think probably leave it at that. I hope everyone has a good evening. It's Sunday afternoon here, so pretty relaxed, laid back stream. So yep, I think I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next stream. Cheers.